Okay, the next question we have is how do we manage this feature in the store? So if we take a look at our reference, we can see that this particular feature begins here and ends here. So we'll be working with our current isoperm surface. Our lofted area here goes from the front to the back of the vehicle, and we will be modifying that a bit in order to take into account this feature. So the first step is to go back to wireframe here. You can add and delete isoperms at your leisure. You right click and select isoperm. So you can come in here and grab an isoperm and then line that up with an area where you want to cut that into. You know you're going to want to use that surface, and you can continue to manipulate that until you have it just so before you inset that. So insert isoperm will make that permanent, and then you can do the same back here. Let's go to our side panel reference. We know right where that is. This is our door, so want to take that into account. Right click isoperm, come right over here. We'll insert that isoperm, and then we're going to take the control verts on that, rotate them a little bit. In order to get the curve that we want for that door there. That'll be the beginning. What we're going to do is grab this isoperm and this one, and we're going to detach the surface. Detach surfaces, check our options. I think we are going, in this case, we're going to keep our original. Okay, this surface here. And then what we're going to do is go ahead and isolate our other surfaces, curves and surfaces that we don't need to use in this operation. This is the only one that we really need to use. We're going to be using that to loft these areas here. As you are creating lofted surfaces, you're going to begin using the isoperms from other surfaces to help to create the surfaces that you need to fill in the gaps. So one way to do that is to grab a surface, and we'll go to shaded view so you can see that a little bit better. Right click isoperm, select the isoperms at the edges of the surface that you want to detach, and so we're going to detach surface, and that gives us a patch to work with for this particular junction here. So what I'm going to do, so that I don't have a five-sided object here, is I'm just going to select this control vert with my C key down. I'm just going to attach that to this spline down here. Four-sided patch here, and then I also have an area here, 4 sides that I can use. So with this particular patch, it has 2 spans, and so we're going to rebuild that just so we get a couple more spans in here to try to maintain the shape across the wheel well. Eventually we will be rebuilding that. Alright, so rebuild surface. I'm going to use 4. Let's see, currently we have 2 and 3, so there we go. So we have 4 spans across here now. We're going to also rebuild this curve. So that we have 4 spans across that also. Alright, just like that, and the select the isoprene, shift select the curve, and under surfaces loft, and we get something that's trying to maintain our surface here. When we get that, we can go ahead back in and move those normals along there if we want to. But right now we'll just go ahead and leave it alone. Come back to that a little bit later. Alright, we're going to grab this isoprene and detach that surface there. Okay, so now we have this isoprene to work with. Alright, so we have 7 spans across and 3, or 7 spans long and 3 across that way. So that's what we're going to rebuild this particular curve to. 7 knots. Alright, let's rebuild curve. 7. So 7 spans, and we'll grab this curve down here also and rebuild that to 7. Okay, now we have this curve and this curve. First, see what we have going up on the top side. Okay. This one is 7. Let's see what we're going to need to do. Combine or attach curves, and we're going to rebuild this to 7 to match the other one. So curve 7. Alright.